We need strict control over artificial intelligence as big tech algorithms tell us what to do. This is a warning given to us again by a renowned author. This is not the first time we've been warned by scientists. The writer claimed in an interview that the pandemic aided corporations in gathering our medical data, raising concerns about quote-unquote biometric data such as facial photos, fingerprints, and even our DNA. He's a best-selling author and history professor, Yuval Harari, and he's pushing for global regulation of artificial intelligence, AI, to prevent big businesses from hacking into gaining our human data. He had an interview on CBS 60 Minutes, and the author of the worldwide science bestseller Sapiens, that is Homo sapiens, A Brief History of Mankind, compared data collection to the Cold War's Iron Curtain, and he claimed that both Silicon Valley and China appeared to be in a race to create technology that uses such algorithms to control people's decisions. And he explained, certainly now we are at the point where we need global cooperation. You cannot regulate the explosive power of artificial intelligence on a national level. I'm not trying to kind of prophesy what will happen. I'm trying to warn people about the most dangerous possibilities. He said, you cannot regulate the explosive power of AI. Harari is known for his prediction that in the coming centuries, humanity as we have known it all this time, of course we know that computers and AI basically the past 30 years have been going strong, so humanity will come to an end all thanks to genetic engineering and the probable penetration of AI into our brains, since all those technologies are developing at breakneck speeds, he warns. Only support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. He gave examples of apps like Instagram and WhatsApp that are sold for billions to investors, not because they generate income, but because they allow owners to control data. He stressed that since computers are already gaining power over us, the countries and companies that hold the most data will control the globe in the future. And he went on to suggest that the data is used by banks as well and lenders to affect global financial markets. He says artificial intelligence is already gaining power over us. More frightening than science fiction, says Harari, computers will be able to solve more and more problems better than us without having any consciousness and any feelings. So he warned that AI's reach might pull people's data in the hands of the few powerful. He says that some tech leaders are a bit afraid of their own power. They have realized the immense influence they have over the world, over the course of evolution, really, and I think that spooks at least some of them, and that's a good thing. He says, Netflix tells us what to watch, and Amazon tells us what to buy. Eventually, within 10 or 20 or 30 years, such algorithms could tell you what to study at college and where to work and whom to marry and even whom to vote for, he said. He said of the current so-called big tech firms and their mighty algorithms. So according to Harari, the extensive use of such biometric data will eventually lead to the fact that even our own body data will no longer be a secret to those who own the data. And the key question here, he says, what else is being done with that data and who supervises it and who regulates it? And what we've seen so far, he says, is corporations and governments collecting this data about where we go, who we meet, what movies we watch. The next phase is surveillance going under your skin. Now, ultimately, Harari suggests several rules, and he has the opinion that they may help to solve the upcoming problems posed by big data's deep intrusion into our everyday, ordinary lives. He says one key rule is that if you get my data, the data should be used to help me and not to manipulate me. Another key rule, that whenever you increase surveillance of individuals, you should simultaneously increase surveillance of the corporations and governments and the people at the top. And the third principle, he says, is never allow all the data to be concentrated in one place. That it's the recipe for a dictatorship, he said. This is on Sputnik News by Kirill Kurevel, and please leave your comments about this. Thank you for your support.